Hello guys, today I'll be doing a book review on the book Puppet by Pauline C. Harris. This book was sent to me by the author, so I am doing a review in exchange for receiving the book. And I started my book haul, which I'm not sure if I posted yet because I'm pre-filming these videos, that I've never been sent like a book before by like an author or like a publishing company. So I was really excited when I got this one sent to me, and I'm just so grateful for it. So thank you, Pauline, for sending it to me. And spoiler alert, I really enjoyed it. So let's get into what this book is about. So this is a fairy tale retelling of Pinocchio, which really piqued my interest right away because I don't know if there's any other books out there that is like a retelling of Pinocchio, but I love the story of Pinocchio, so I was excited for this one. And this one is about a world that marionettes are living, and a marionette is basically like an advanced sort of puppet, so to speak. They're like puppets with more abilities than what a regular puppet is. And the marionettes in this world are actually like robots, like they're kind of robotic, which is kind of cool and different. And so this book is about a girl named Penelope, but she goes by the name Pen. She is an orphan, and she is living in an orphanage, and she gets adopted by this guy who has this goal to make her into a living marionette. She's human, but he wants to make her into a marionette as kind of an experiment. So he adopts her and gives her pills that are able to turn her into a marionette, and he shows her off to the world, and it becomes a big success. But the thing is that she's really fast, she has a lot of kind of dangerous abilities, she's really strong, and the government kind of sees that as a threat. So really this whole book is about the conflict between Jed, who is her adoptive father, with the government, and her in the middle of that where they're trying to go after her. So going on to the characters, I love the main character of this book. She is someone who you can really tell doesn't really want to be in this situation, but she still wants to be adopted, which I think was the main reason why she allowed this guy to adopt her, because she wanted to go somewhere, even though it meant that they were making an exchange for her to become his experiment. I think she was just desperate, which is totally understandable, but you can tell she just wanted to be normal, and that's understandable too. I think she was a very interesting character. She's not really a type of main female character you see a lot of. She has a lot of feelings and opinions about things that I find are really interesting, and I thought her feelings to how she was being treated by this government that is after her was very realistic. So in all, she was just a really realistic character. And as for the guy who adopted her, which is Jed, he was really kind of crazy. I can really see him as a mad scientist, which he kind of is. Even so, throughout this book, you kind of had this relationship between this girl and the scientist who wants to experiment on her. You kind of figure their relationship is just going to be like that way, she's just an object to him. But throughout this book, you really got to see how their relationship really grew into a true father and daughter kind of relationship, and I thought that was just the sweetest thing. I loved seeing that as the book progressed, and I liked how she kind of realized that too, this guy actually really cares for me. I'm not just some experiment of his. I just like seeing that, and I think that added for a nice family dynamic, which I love family dynamics in books a lot, and sometimes you just don't get to see those, and I love that fact in this book. And then we have James, who is Jed's son, and technically Penelope's stepbrother, I guess you can say, because she kind of is. And James is someone who is always with Pen. He's always there for her, which I really love, because Pen seemed like the kind of person who could not be in this situation alone. So I liked how he was there for her, and I liked his character in general. He is the main protagonist guy in this book, and with main protagonist guys, I feel like even in fantasy books they are shown as this perfect guy always, like this perfect hot looking guy. I feel like they're always described that way, but with James he was just normal, which was such a refreshing thing to see. Like, he wasn't described as best like model looking guy ever, if that makes sense, but he was just ordinary, and that was just such a refreshing thing to see. And again, with Jed, I liked his relationship with Penn, just like how Jed's relationship with Penn is. He's very loving towards Penn too, so I really, again with the family dynamic thing, was just amazing. Another thing I like about this book, even though it's a kind of a fantasy kind of book, it's did have some romance elements into it, which I love. I never go wrong with romance. I love that in books. I felt like the romance in this book was really predictable, but even so, I really liked it. I think it really added something special to the book, which I just loved it. And everything about the book was good. The only thing I had a problem with is there was such a lack of world building, I felt, and when there was a little bit explanation of the world, it was very vague. So that's the only thing that kind of I wish was better. And especially since this is kind of like a sci-fi sort of fantasy book, a better world building is really needed. So that's the only thing I would say needed improvement, but everything else was great. And overall, I give this book a 4 out of 5 stars, and I just really loved it. And for anyone who likes sci-fi, fantasy, and fairy tale retellings, you're gonna like this book. And I'd also say, which I haven't read the series yet, but if you like the Cinder series by Marissa Meyer, I think you'd like this one, even though I haven't read it, but that is a fairy tale sci-fi retelling. So, and before I wrap this up, I actually wanted to mention something that I found like completely amazing. So after I finished the book, I went to the author's Twitter, I think, and I actually found out that she's actually 19, which, to publish a book at that young is really impressive. I was like blown away. I didn't realize she was that young at all. And it just really inspired me to get to writing again, because I don't know, that's just amazing. And I just really commend her for putting out that much effort into writing a book and getting it published. Like, that's just amazing. And she actually has a YouTube channel, and I did check it out, and she's actually a booktuber too. She does like booktube videos and everything, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'll link her YouTube channel in the description if you want to check it out, because her videos are really cool. And again, thank you to Pauline for sending this to me, because I was really excited and it was really good, and I will definitely check out more of her novels. I think she has a few more out too, so I want to check those out. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you check the book out, because I liked it and I think other people will like it too. And I'll be back with another video really soon. Bye!